Hi and welcome to something different, like another vlog if you want. So I talked some days ago, maybe a week or two, I don't know, freely about some PR stuff, Power Rangers, and now that Hasbro's was it PulseCon? No, it's not PulseCon. One live event on Hasbro Pulse's YouTube channel. I forgot the name of it, sorry. I guess it was a FanFest Friday. They announced in something that a lot of people were looking forward to, Megazords in the Lightning Collection, or general in the toy line. I collect a lot of stuff from Power Rangers, as you may see here in the background. Helmets, like the red helmet there. I have an entire cosplay, which part-wise was from Etsy. My sister made stuff for that. She's very good at knitting. A lot of figures which need to be arranged, because I did some videos and was too lazy at the moment to rearrange the figures on the shelves correctly. That will happen in the next days because I'm on vacation. But for today we're running talking Megazords. Especially my thoughts on the project ZAP, the Zord Ascension project from Hasbro. The Lightning Collection version of a 1/44th scale mecha. Basically a Megazord, a robot, whatever you want to call it. Power Rangers is Megazord, of course. Super Sentai is Mecha. Do I need another one? Probably not. I have like 3. I have this smaller version of the first really recognizable Megazord, the Soul of Chogokin, or the Just Dino Megazord from Power Rangers Season 1 to where was it? Just Season 1, yeah, sorry. So many seasons by now. It appeared in some specials in Super Sentai, what we didn't get, but that's not a big deal. It's okay for me. I would love to have some Zords in the future, in like Zords coming back, but this one got destroyed in Power Rangers, so not so easy. But I guess they will find a way. Here's the 93 Deluxe version, which needs to get flipped the horns because he was in a different mode on my shelf. So that's a bit bigger, as you can see. This is the European version, the German to be exact, because I'm in Germany, and I guess I can pull the cam down. If it spoils a bit, it's so that you can see. So I have the Deluxe 93 one, I have a smaller 93 one version, and here aside, let me get it, I have the Legacy version. So do I need another Megazord from this? Basically not. Will I get the ZAP Megazord? I don't know, to be honest. That's the case of, well, talking to you. That's why I do this video. I want to hear your thoughts on this. It looks nice. It's very poseable. I really want the Soul of Chogokin Deluxe version Megazord from Japan, if you want that. This guy is like, it can't get any more perfect, if you know what I mean. I will put in post a little picture of the guy. It's basically what Hasbro has planned, but not that expensive. This Soul of Chogokin is not available anymore. Also just in the aftermarket, used or new boxed if you're lucky, but that thing as it came out was expensive. Now it's way more expensive, and you can see I have 3. I don't really need another, but I'm mainly a completionist, and my biggest weak point is the Green Ranger from Mighty Morphin. Let's just get the Zords aside, because I really love the Green Ranger from Mighty Morphin. It's my favorite Ranger of all times. JDF is a big, that's why, but also I love the design of the suit, and I love Dragon Zord. The tail is on Titan, is on the shelf. I was too lazy to. It's a big Zord. I don't bother for this video, so when you show the guy like this. So my theory is, and I know there are leaks, basically there are rumors, don't take this for granted, there are rumors that if they do a Megazord, Dragonzord is also coming. And depends on how it looks, I might get that one, because I love that Zord. I really love the Godzilla movies, and this is very close to Godzilla, obviously, because Japan is there. And this is like this is the legacy version. I love both of those. I prefer this one, sadly, because it's a bit stylized, but it's amazing looking. There's a Soul of Chogokin Dragonzord as well. That looks more like this one, but it's more shiny, chromy, whatever. This is basically more, I don't know, I guess the other one is from the chest piece, more show accurate, this one and the Soul of Chogokin. But I don't like the face of these Japanese deluxe version, if you want to like this. If you doesn't know what Soul of Chogokin means, it's a toy line that has just a bunch of Megazords type, but like a big bunch of robots. If you type in on Amazon or Google Soul of Chogokin Mecha or Megazord, something like that, you will end up with something similar like this, or yeah, you know. They also have something like GX and a number in there, so I guess Dragonzord was 78 or so. You can correct me on that if you know better, but yeah. So my issue is if they would do a Dragonzord, as I said, which looks good, or like as near as good as one of those two here, I might buy that. And if I had Dragonzord, I want Megazord, so I want a complete set, because if they succeed, which I hope that they improve and succeed, that means that they do other Zords. I love the Legacy line that Bandai did. That wasn't always perfect. The Legacy Megazord I shown a bit back here somewhere it is, this guy. It's far from perfect. It's smaller than the 90s one. The chest piece is different, as you can see or seen earlier. Let me get the other one for comparison. Let me get Dragonzord out of the way. This video can get long, guys. Sorry. I really say sorry at the moment for this. The Zords are a bit dusty. Also, I want to clean up the Zord shelf like for 2 weeks now, but I had work and now I have free time, and I have so much on the sleeve YouTube-wise what I want to do, and Christmas is around the corner, and oof, yeah, a lot of stuff to do. So as you can see, when I just showed those two weapons aside, these two look different color-wise, and so this one is a different version. This one is the deluxe version from the 90s, as I said, different version because different stickers, and so this is more show accurate sticker-wise. But I will get BD15 stickers for the Megazord, so I will release that in the future. Maybe a paint job by the Shadow Wiz. I'm not sure for this at the moment, but as I said, I really love the Legacy Zord line that Bandai did. Dragonzord is really good, very top heavy because of all the metal, so combination wise better not. And that's because this is basically a remold of a 2010 version they did. This has more metal in this, more diecast than the 2010 version, and it's not 100% fitting. The color here on the head is a bit because of trying to combine with Dragonzord chipped off a bit, and so same with the chest piece here. Here's a bit of sticker getting scratches from Titanus' chest piece from the shield you can put on for Ultra Zord. I also have the Titanus. I can actually, can I? Yeah, I try. Cam might look weird for a second, but you can see when I go up there. Yeah, I flipped my speaker. Sorry, got allowed for that. Here's some of the other Legacy Zords, and my Zord shelf is on the right, but that angle is a bit weird. So, as I said, I really dig and love the Zords. I collect those for like almost 30 years now, and I have two big issues with the, or three maybe, with the ZAP Megazord. One is the price. It's $100 $166 roundabout, which is a lot for a Zord like this. So I guess it's a bit smaller. This is not 144 scale. It's more like, if you know Gundam, they're like this. I guess it's more like this scale. I have to compare that in the future. If I get it at some point, I will make another video with like unboxing comparison, I guess. And then we have like 4 in line. That's one issue. The price. So $166 is around about 150 euros for me. That wouldn't be a big deal. I'm willing to pay like around about 120 to 150 for a good Megazord. Good, I said. It looks nice. There's no diecast as far as I could see. Doesn't have to be metal for the sake of metal for me, but some would be nice, or at least some chrome parts and such. I love a shiny Megazord. The Japan toys I have on my shelf are all a bit shinier than the European or American ones Bandai America did, and I prefer Japan toys over that for years now, because of the quality, for example, and for what they are, light, sounds, sturdiness and such. The 90s toys up to a certain point were basically the same mold from Power Rangers as the Japan ones, maybe some different stickers, painting, they switched out now and then a bit, took electronics away, or lights, like light and sounds, but other than that, basically the same mold. But at some point they decided to, we get cheaper, we need to try our own stuff, so they did different things. The Jungle Fury Zords were the first ones who looked similar to the Japan ones, but they had different ports. And after that, it got worse with later on with ZAP. I really hate ZAP. The idea for kids who want to play with it is nice, but even for kids who want to play it and parents who don't want to pay big money for toys, yeah, you look at that stuff and it falls apart. Sorry, sorry. That's something I can't do with. As I said, I love the legacy version of the Zords. They're far from perfect, but they improved with each one. I know some friends like the Shadow Wiz absolutely hates parts of the legacy line, like the Thunder Megazord, for example, and the Tiger Zord, because the transformation is different. That's because it has the Zord Builder ports in it. It's okay-ish for me. I don't mind that. The only downside for me is really the Dragon Zord and Megazord combination because of the top heaviness, but I said this is because the first Megazord, legacy-wise, was just a remold from a 2010 one, and well, 3 years later with some improvements, and so they shrunk everything down. That's also a big weird thing for me. I really love this size. This is nice, and this is like these small feet, and I don't know. That's a big downer for me. But Dragon Zord was a huge improvement. That was a completely remodel from scratch, as far as I know. Then White Tiger Zord is also really nice on its own, and I love the combinations. I know, as I said, some friends don't agree, but everybody has an opinion, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. I respect that. And I really hate that they had the Astro Megazord and the Shogun Megazord in their drawing boards, in their was it called, in their cupboard somewhere. They had it stored and like were close to release, maybe. I don't know. It's just big part of rumors, but what I've seen from YouTube videos and such, where there was stuff planned like Astro Megazord and Shogun Megazord. Never got that, which is a bummer. Also, Thor the Shadow Zord. I would love to have a really good legacy version, which will never happen yet because Hasbro took over. But at one point I want to succeed, because I'm getting from one to another to another to another. Sorry for that, but I try to wrap up. I really wanted to see the ZAP thing succeed, to get better versions in the future, stuff I like to have I didn't have, or maybe to get upgraded versions, because I love my 90s toys, but some of their like 90s toys, they're old. Megazord this one is 91, So we have 2021. It's old. It's really old. It's not brittle or something. I hope it stays that way. I keep it away from light and everything. But if I can get a better version of stuff I have, my white tigers are this yellow by now. Not completely, but part-wise. So it's more like a yellow tiger sword than a white one. But you know, I have my legacy, which is perfect. But yeah, as I said, I want to improve on my sword collection. I love those things, and a bit posable, more posable than, because this is mainly a break. It's posability is like, yeah, non-existent if you want. Foot is like, you know, but different time, 30 years apart. So the Soul of Chogokin, as I said earlier, the heavy duty upper class, whatever you want to call it, Japan version of this year. I like this one. I don't know how often I will lift it up again, but this version is like, it's expensive by now. 500 is the minimum. If you can, $500 you can count with, and that's way too much. I'm not paying that money. Maybe if I win the lottery, I don't know. But yeah, and I slipped very close, like this close to a Soul of Chogokin Dragon Sword for like 50 euros, 30 to 50. It was on bidding on eBay, boxed and used, and looked really good. But I really slept. I was on the couch, slept, and forgot the auction. But it was Germany, so no big shipping stuff, and would be nice to have it. But yeah, maybe I get another chance. And yeah, the posability of the Soul of Chogokin, the chrome, it looks so nice. Nick, if you see that, Nick from Macedonite Studios, I know you don't do that many reviews anymore, and if you have some interest in doing some new videos for YouTube, please make a comparison, or at least show in a short video the Soul of Chogokin line you have. I really want to see that up close if you can. Make a short review, so it would be so nice, be so kind. As I said, Macedonite Studios, he has that, Nick has that one. And the ZAP Megazord that we're talking about briefly here is basically the same idea as the Soul of Chogokin, but with some downgrades. It's expensive, but not that expensive, but as I said, downgrades. Some plastic is grayish, what I don't like. It's this like on the rockets on the back of the Megazord this year. There's this like very cheap plastic what is used for weapons, for like Lord Zed's staff or different parts on Rangers, on Lightning Collection Rangers, which everybody hates. They still use it. But yeah, that's parts where like, I don't know. But the main part looks really good about that. That's the second, aside from the price, it's the second issue I have with that. And the chest piece here, this here, this looks nice. This looks nicer. But the one they did with Hasbro now, it has like a beehive structure. Where you're like, where's that coming from? I mean, it's stylized, but why? I don't really like that. That's my second issue. And to get back to the price, even if I were willing to pay like $120 to $150, like it was like, when I say $166 would be around about 150 euro for me, I'm fine with that. But if you live in Germany like me, you have always one big shitty issue. Either you don't get it here, if Amazon doesn't have it, or any other retailers. Don't forget toy stores here. I never ever seen a Lightning Collection figure in shelves, on a shelf in here in Germany. Never. I seen basic figures for a okay price. Normally they're like $10. And here's another issue in Germany. If they're $10 in the US, they are like 15-16 euros here. Dollars converted to euros is normally a bit lower. So if you have $10, that's around about €8, 8.50 maybe, depends on the course. So if I take that, normally I would, okay, I pay less. No, Germany says, $10, pay like 16, 17 euros for that. Lightning Collection figures, $22.99 US, 26 or 27.99 euros. You can imagine what I go for when I have this Megazord, which is $166. I seen it on the Netherlands, on TF Robots, I guess, for $185.99 instead of 166 euro. Well, $166, 185.99 euros, which is like bullshit. So that's a bit more. And if I said Amazon doesn't have it, Amazon would have it for the similar or higher price. Depends on whether it's like a marketplace or Amazon directly. And that's like even more I would have to pay. And if I don't get it here, I have to import it if I want it. And if I do that, I have like, okay, let's see, I get a deal for $150 at some point, or $166. And I'm willing to pay shipping. I'm with like $30 shipping roundabout, big box, maybe a bit more. So let's say I'm on $200 with shipping. And then it takes 3 weeks. Okay, I can wait. But after that, there's German customs, and you pay a shitload of customs the more you paid for the figure. So at least instead of paying around about $150, $160 for a figure, for a Megazord I might want, or I'm not sure if I want it, I have to see it in person to say, or like in a bigger detailed review, is it worth it for me? When I import it, I have to pay, or like get it around here, I at least have to pay like 180 to 250-ish euros. So because of customs and everything. So I pay like $100 more, than getting it directly from stores or wherever you can get it in the US. So I'm basically paying a lot more money, and there are not sculptors involved. If you have something who's really up to, I want to make cash out of this, I check eBay for stuff regularly, for Zords and such. And then you just search Megazord, you find a ZAP Megazord already for $350 and more, and that's stated for August 2022 release. So we have round about a year, like 10 months to it, if there's no delay on it. So, and I seen it for $350 and up, so that's bullshit, you know. And then you have on that, you have that's a guy from the US who said, oh, your pre-order $350, and then there's 50 shipping and 50 on like fees for customs and such. So then for that price I easily can get another like the new deluxe Soul of Jagokin. I might have to pay similar deal with that, but if I'm lucky I'm just paying $500 and I'm good. So I talked a lot, way more than I wanted, but I hope you get my point. I'm not sure if I want it, because we talked a lot in Discord, as I said, about do you want it, do you need it. Most people like me are like, I don't really know, skip, or like, you know, space-wise, or like with the similar issues I had with the quality, the looks, and I mean, what I've seen with the buildings in the background and so, it's kind of cool looking, don't get me wrong, but some points were like with the chest piece and such, I'm like, I could take paint myself, I'm not that skilled, and try to fix that with a Gundam with silver or so, but I'm paying a lot of money for a new toy, and I'm not there to paint everything which is missing. Same with the Lightning Collection figures, because I paid money for that. I want it like as good looking as possible, and I don't want to. If I want to paint stuff, I buy a model kit and just paint that and build it myself piece by piece. There are like super mini plum stuff from Japan which cost like $100 or 80 to 120 and more, depends on what you get size wise and such, and where you get it. And they're very well looking, articulated. Their model kits, they're combinable. I could easily go small Megazord, mini Pla, Legacy, so getting bigger, you know, like I could have like 5-6 of those figures lying around here if I want to get the 20 tab, but I have 3 and I don't know, I want another. But tell me your opinion on that. Do you think I should get one? And if yes, why? Or are you getting one? Do you like, oh, Megazord from Hasbro? New? New to me? So hit the comments and tell me what you think about it. I bragged enough. I look at the time, it's like 25 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed what I bragged about, and we will see us in the next unboxing. That will be Astronomer and Ecliptor 2-pack. And yeah, regular projects, Let's Plays, German and English, or old stuff, new stuff. Feel free to explore the channel. There's like around about 3,700 plus videos on the channel. 10 years is the time I'm doing this, roundabout, not close to 10 years. So, and there's a lot that gets, that you can watch and over that amount of time. So, as I said, enough blabbing. Thanks for watching.